our official card holder. Yep.
All right, revs up and gate is down here at Loretta Lynn's for this second Moto start. Race number 1 off and rolling. The vet 30-plus class. Eek! Squeaking it out. Who gets the hole shot? That's Michael Mitchell, the number 61 machine. Painter in second. Darren Downs in third. Nick Hayes in fourth. And Kevin Marquardt rounding out the top 5. So there we've got Painter already up toward the front of the pack. We see Chad Wages crosses the line in that 10th place position aboard the number 3. But let's see what kind of gains he can make over the course of this first lap. Up front, Taylor Painter now moving into the number 1 spot. Michael Mitchell in second. And look out, coming up behind him right now. That is the number 12 machine, it looks like, Kevin Marquardt. He finished 10th in Moto number 1 on that self-sponsored machine.
Yeah, you know what? Got a great opportunity right now to get out there, put it together for 2, and you know what? Takes 3 down here to make it happen. Already taking a look at here, Chad Wages came around the corner to top 10. Michael Carter in the 9th position. Velati in the number 8. Kelly in 7th. Kilby. But when we take a look right now, we still don't see a couple of those players we thought we might have seen in this first turn, and we sure didn't.
Well, that's just it in the first turn. But out of that first turn through the Bell Moto Forest there, I noticed that there were several riders that did not cross that Bell hole shot stripe, maybe in the top 10. They positioned themselves very quickly and made some quick passes, which I've heard a couple of different riders, several different riders say throughout the course of this week so far. Didn't get the best of the starts, but I made some quick passes through the second and third turns and was able to put myself in a lot better position.
All you have to do is look at about any of the last 4 Lucas Oil National Motocrosses. Ken Roxon maybe 7th, 8th, 9th place at the hole shot stripe, but by the second turn he's made some very critical passes and become relevant in all 4 or 5 of the last few races right at the start, but not getting the hole shot.
Taylor Painter, Nick Hayes, Justin Kelly, 1, 2, and 3. Darren Downs now in the number 4 spot at the end of lap number 1. Jeff Loop, the number 29, is 5th. Michael Mitchell, who got the hole shot, drops to 6th with Kevin Marquardt now in the 7th place position aboard the number 12. Michael Carter, the number 14. He is 8th. The number 3 of Chad Wages. Wages has got some ground to make up right now back there in that 9th place position. There's Cameron Kilby in 10th. Ryan Valade, the number 59 in 11th. Andrew Matusik still not getting a start he was looking for, but much better, I think, this time around. Should be able, if he doesn't make any mistakes, to maybe move up through the pack a little bit.
Yeah, this is one of those classes where it definitely takes a lap or 2 to sort yourselves out. Everybody very cautious, everybody giving themselves room on the first lap. These guys, most of them have a job to go to Monday morning. Nobody wants a busted femur for no good reason whatsoever. And these guys are going to give each other a little bit of room on this first lap, lap and a half. But I can tell you, you're going to start seeing some guys separate themselves from the pack here in just a minute.
Oh, we got one down. That number 18 machine, Nick Hayes, your second place ride, dumps it over out in Storyland now. Several riders getting by. And if I'm not mistaken, was that not your Moto 1 winner? It was. So the NR Hayes Lawn Care LLC and Total Control Suspension O'Neill Pro Circuit back ride's going to have a little bit of ground to make up after making that little mistake out there.
Yeah, he's frustrated right now. What he needs to do is he needs to control the heart rate, reel it back in, you know, take a deep breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just try to make it happen here. Like you said, with that first Moto win, probably trying to get a little aggressive, but look at Taylor Painter right now, speaking of aggressive.
Yeah, he is. He's having to be, man. He's got pressure coming in from that 97 machine up from third, now battling for first. Justin Kelly trying to make the pass and will do so. He got around both Nick Hayes and Taylor Painter now. And we got a new leader. Jeff Loop is now in the second place position as Painter drops to third. Painter, man, getting blindsided, it looks like there. He looks like he made a big mistake, too, though. A 2:07 lap time that last time around.
He made a mistake somewhere, but that pass was set up right here by Jeff Loop, okay? 3 turns earlier, Jeff Loop watched the 2 of those guys. He knew exactly what Painter was going to do. He was watching Kelly, and he snuck that thing right in there and set that up 2 corners ago.
Wow, Justin Kelly, number 97 out here with us right now, finishing 5th in Moto number 1. Sponsored by my beautiful wife, Emily, and my amazing kids. I didn't realize that. No, but it's his beautiful wife, Emily, and his amazing kids. That's a great support network. They must have given him some great inspiration heading into this second moto. Dad, you did a great job. You got 5th place. You've got this. You've got this. And he took advantage of every opportunity he could out there. Jeff Loop, another rider, taking advantage of every opportunity. He actually turned the fastest lap at 2 minutes, .866 in this moto so far. So Jeff Loop, don't count him out of the picture just yet either. He's actually right there in the rear view mirror, full view rear mirror there.
That's what I'm saying. This guy's aggressive. When we talk about aggressive, there it is. Put himself in great position. Here we go. Going to make the move right now. He's going to try to ride that thing a little lower. They're going to go the outside, use the momentum right now. Not working a lot so far in this section of the track. Yeah.
Loop looks like he's riding a pocket racer right now. He's a big guy.
He is a big dude. And it's been a tough go around the outside where he did. But right here, look at this. Going to carry that momentum. It set him up perfectly.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be able to close the deal right here. He's going to put him into the inside of this final left-hander.
Oh, he's got it secured all right before they even get there. Talk about railing that outside of that turn, and now heading toward the finish line. Another new leader. 3 laps down. 3 different leaders, Taylor Painter, Justin Kelly, and now Jeff Loop running in the #1 position here early in moto #1. 6 minutes in of a 20-minute moto of the Vet 30+ class now. Painter still in that #3 spot, only a couple of seconds back, and a couple of seconds behind him. Darren Downs aboard the #5. Nick Hayes, the #18, whom we saw win moto #1, and also was running out front there in moto #2. Drops back to 5th, but wow, Megawatt look there in the #6 spot.
That's our guy, Andrew Matusek. You know, we watch him all over the place, all kinds of different races. And Edmondson all of a sudden bringing himself in as well. So 2 guys we called ought to have a little better luck this moto. Definitely are. Matusek putting himself into the 6th spot right now, turning a 2:03. So he's a good bit faster than the guys behind him, and he's about on pace with the guys ahead of him.
So there is Jeff Loop out front, and Kelly within a second, and still right close to a second or so back there in that #2 spot. He left the door open for Loop, but he is not letting him get away. That's one thing for sure right now. Taylor Painter still back in 3rd, but Loop riding this racetrack like he owns it.
Let it go for payoff.
Jeff in that 158 range last time around. He turned the fastest lap on lap #2. He turned the fastest lap on lap #3, now sub 2 minutes. The only rider so far to be able to establish that. Loop past the finish line over the tunnel jump, now heading in front of the billboard. Justin Kelly 2.5 seconds back in 2nd.
Look at the way Loop turns the bike a little differently than most people. Loop has, as big a guy as he is, he's got a little different style in those corners, Rodney.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, he's able to go inside where there's no berm actually and hold that bike in position without sliding out, where maybe a smaller guy might not be able to do that. And he's using some really good lines there.
It looks like a Red Bull Mini Moto bike for some of those guys out there. But yeah, like you said, his size definitely paying a huge favor, especially in these deep ruts and these deep lines that these riders have got to manipulate out here.
His helmet didn't even move all the way through the 10 Commandments. He let those long legs just soak that suspension action up. And a big advantage in these ruts and through some of these rhythm sections.
Kelly, Painter, Downs, Nick Hayes. Let's see, Hayes now trying to work. He went sub but 1 minute. Andrew Matusek, 2 minutes, I'm sorry, sub 2 minutes. So Andrew Matusek looking at a 1:59.8, a 1:59.7 for Andrew Matusek now. Hayes in 5th, Matusek in 6th, and they are working on Painter at this point, or should be, and there they come. You see Painter right there aboard the #2. If you're watching the RacerTV.com broadcast, he's in the Rocky Mountain ATVM sweeper, but look over his shoulder, that battle coming up behind him right now. I think we're seeing Darren Downs, Nick Hayes, and Andrew Matusek making the push right now.
Yeah, he's going to be under fire here in just a minute. He needs to really try to get up there and latch on to Justin Kelly and make something happen there before it gets too late, because Darren Downs, Nick Hayes, and Matuzik all look to be in a group right there. Well, right here, coming up on him. So look at these guys. 1, 2, 3, right there they are. There's a whole pack of guys going to be breathing down Painter's neck here in just a second.
Well, there you see Loop making his way by for lap number 5 complete. We're now approaching that 10-minute mark, so they'll get the cross flags next time around. Justin Kelly checking in, Taylor Painter checking in, and that's second and third. Nick Hayes is fourth, Darren Downs in fifth, Andrew Matuzik still in sixth place. But I'll tell you, the deficit's a whole lot tighter this last time around.
Yeah, Matuzik clear down to a 2:00 lap time. Downs ahead of him a 2:03. Hayes still riding a 2:00, but the gap this time only 1.5 seconds. And as Kevin pointed out, was getting quite aggressive on that last lap. So I look for Matuzik to use some of that off-road experience and put it into action in the late stages.
Yep, and endurance in this little warmer conditions than what they've been practicing in and racing in. Remember, they were early in the morning on Monday for practice. They were early in the morning on Tuesday for first races. And this, as a class, has not seen this rough a track or this much heat in the racing endeavors. But regardless, they're handling this this track quite well, and they're finding the lines and doing everything that they need to do. But we'll see what these next 8-9 minutes or so are going to tell us here, Moto number 2.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Just about 11 minutes into this one, and sure enough, a lot of time left. These guys turning about 2 minutes up through the top 10 or so. So you're going to be looking at 4 laps left in this thing. Going to see that 2-lap card come out shortly. But look at this. Painter.
Yeah, Hayes got around Painter, and now Painter is trying to get back around Hayes for that number 3 position as these two Team Green Kawasaki's wage war. And now heading under the Kawasaki banner into the Thor sweeper around the Polysport Pond. It's a few bike lengths that separate the two, but Taylor Painter is still trying to keep toe there with Nick Hayes. But Hayes, man, he ain't making it easy.
Yeah, Nick Hayes really riding good right now. And I think Painter was a bit frustrated mentally there at the beginning and stuff, and made a couple mistakes. And I got to tell you, going to be go time right now. This is going to be where he really has to collect these thoughts, really has to be mentally strong and make it happen, or he's going to start going backwards.
Yep, and looking at the top 10 after 6 laps complete, Luke, Kelly, Hayes, Painter, and Darren Downs rounding out the top 5. Andrew Matuzik still in the number 6 spot, waiting on 7th through 10th now, and Michael Mitchell, who got the whole shot, I believe, yes, is riding in the number 6 or 7 spot. Randy Woodring, the 91, in 8th, and Michael Carter, the 14, is 9th. Garrett Edmondson now breaking into the top 10, and how about it, the number 3 of Chad Wages dropping out of the top 10. He's now back up into an 11th place position.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is a great example of crazy motos. You know how crazy things happen, and we thought in the first moto, well, things are going to be a little different in the second moto. We're going to see so and so and so and so right up there, and again, have a couple different riders really shocking us, putting in great rides. Looks like the 65 machine now off of the track. Not sure exactly who that is. The 65 machine looks like he's headed to the pits.
Tough break there for Jetty Pfeiffer out of Buckeye, Arizona. Moto Center of Mesa, Arizona-backed rider, having some issues and pulling off the track a little bit early.
Jeff Loop looking stronger by the lap. Yeah, he's not slowing down the least bit, I don't think. Last time around, a 2:00, and we're going to find out here in just a second. Jeff Loop coming through. Wow, holy cow. Using that size, keeping that thing railing that outside turn. Set it down into that rut like it didn't even exist. Takes a quick look over, and Jeff Loop puts another one in the book. 13 laps now. 1:59.54, so faster than his last lap, almost as fast as his fastest lap, which was number 5. So hey, Jeff Loop, man, that guy's a bad dude. I'm here to tell you.
He is just exactly that. Justin Kelly, Nick Hayes checking in second and third now. Taylor Painter still in the number 4 spot. Rounding out the top 5 is still Darren Downs, and 6 is still Andrew Matuzik. Only a second behind Darren Downs. Looks like he's making a push now to try to break the top 5. Folks, are you hot? Are you thirsty? You're looking for a great, tasty way to cool down with those sweet treats? Go see your good friends over there at the Italian Ice display. I'm still working on one from a little bit ago, and every bite, I got to tell you, just as scrumptious as the bite before. And you want to stop over and get your stop and see Steve and Tammy at the Italian Ice stand and get yourself some Italian Ice or some hand-dipped ice cream. And this guy right here, Jeff Loop's going to deserve something cool afterwards. Maybe somebody will head on over and help him out there in that department also. Wow, Loop has just got an amazing lead starting to open up over 5 seconds now over the 97 of Justin Kelly. And impressively, Loop was able to move up through the pack, challenge, make the pass, and now put that separation between himself and everyone else on the racetrack.
Look when he look here, Rodney, when he stands up and he comes, that looked like a super mini rider right there, number 43 beside him. I'm not sure exactly who that was, but Loop just really looks like he's expending no energy is what's killing me right now. We are over 15 minutes into this thing. The guy's putting the bike exactly, look, seat bouncing up over the big middle tabletop in there. The guy's really riding really effortlessly, and that's going to pay big dividends later in the week, later through the motos.
For sure, and I believe we'll see the 2-lap board coming out this time, if I'm not mistaken, and of course that'll be followed up by a white flag the following lap. So Jeff Loop just got a little bit of time that he has to maintain this #1 position. 2-lap board is out. Thank you.
JC hooking it up for us right there. Just have to double check. You know, you hate to be that guy that makes the statement and it's not there. So sure enough, 2-lap card is out. Jeff Loop making it look easy right now. Justin Kelly riding extremely hard on the other hand on that number 97 machine. Nick Hayes, the 18 on his Kawasaki, looking good. And Taylor Painter, man, oh man, not having quite an easy go. Not having quite as easy go of it here in this moto as he did that first moto. But right now, 2-lap card is out. Going to be looking for that white flag next time around. Jeff Loop makes his way into the back parts of the track back there. Going to be making his way into that white flag, and 1 lap. Looking forward to that. He's going to be absolutely ecstatic to see that white flag.
Well, as Kevin Kelly makes his way on down to the podium, he readies himself to visit with Jeff Loop, Justin Kelly, and Nick Hayes. I'm going to talk a little Moto 2 action as we get set to hand up more of those Moto medals. Taylor Painter still about 4.3 seconds back and still not out of the hunt necessarily for an overall podium here in Moto 2, but time is certainly running out as Jeff Loop checks in now with 9 laps complete and at a 2:07:37 lap time, still enjoying an 8.5 second lead over second place, the 97 of Justin Kelly. Hayes looking to be about another 6 seconds back, 5.9 to be exact in third, and 3.9, almost 4 seconds back, is Taylor Painter. So 1 more lap to go. White flag out, I believe, on this one. And Darren Downs still maintaining 5th. Andrew Matusik still in that number 6 spot. He has hit a wall trying to break into that top 5. Speaking of walls, look out behind him. Well, he's got about a 30-second gap. Wow, 30 seconds almost back to the 7th place position. Garrett Edmondson was your 7th place ride last time around in 6th. Michael Mitchell, who got the whole shot on board the 61, he was in 8th. Chad Wages back into the top 10 aboard the number 3. He is now 10th place. He was up to 9th. Michael Mitchell actually just checked in 9th, and then Chad Wages in 10th. So actually Mitchell drops to 9th as Shane O'Banion was outside the top 10, now up to an 8th place position. He found some pretty good gains there at in lap number 9, looks like.
Looking for our leader, Loop. Should be coming through any moment now. And I tell you, I can't say enough about all these guys. Loop, Kelly, Hayes, Painter, down, Matusik, Edmondson, O'Banion, all these guys, man. an effort was put. All these guys had their shot at one time or another, it seems like, coming through to improve that position. Not quite able to do so, but sure enough, Jeff Loop, man, just attacking this course and put himself in position early. Able to take advantage of that, was never challenged again. And I got to tell you, there it is right there. Checkered flag is out. Jeff Loop with the win, and one of the most impressive things I've seen in quite some time.
Yeah, I remember yesterday in Moto number 1, we were talking about Loop and talking about the size you were talking about. Is that the same guy? Is that the same guy? I believe that's the same guy because everyone kept talking about if he's tall like
yeah,
and that's exactly who it is. So good to see Jeff Loop back and in action here at Loretta's. Justin
Heck
Kelly,
yeah.
Nick Hayes, Darren Downs, Taylor Painter. That's your top 5. Matuzik holds on for 6. Looks like Edmondson's going to be 7, with O'Banion in 8th, Mitchell in 9th, and Chad Wages to round out the top 10. But again, Jeff Loop taking the win. Justin Kelly in 2nd, Nick Hayes, the number 18, in 3rd. What an amazing battle. We had like 3 different leaders in the first 3 laps, and maybe even 4 different leaders throughout the course of the race.
That could be true, Rodney, but I tell you who in that top 10, I'm going to tell you who I think would have to be the most spent right now, physically and mentally, was Taylor Painter. That guy, dude, he was defending spots, trying to take spots, attacking on the attack. You know what I mean? Being attacked.
Exactly.
I mean, just Taylor had all angles of it, and man, that guy dug deep and come out of that thing with a 5th place, man.
Yeah, he did, and backing that up with a 4th from Moto number 1. Still looking pretty good, a solid top 5 for 2019, and who knows, depending on what happens in that 3rd Moto, he could see himself still a part of the top 3 overall. And regardless, some great experiences for him, and I'm sure some great bench racing stories that he's going to have to tell after this one.
Just taking a look, I see Loop from San Bernardino, so he's out there in the Glen Helen area is where he's at. Sure, he spends a lot of time there for sure. And then Kelly from Illinois and Hayes from Virginia. Interesting.
Yeah, a good cross-section of the U.S., a good true national championship, it looks like, as we'll be heading down to the podium with Kevin Kelly, who will have our top 3 overall, and I believe our Whole Shot Award winner as well. Talking with them, setting the stage there. And again, that's race number 1, rolling out the Vet 30 Plus. 450B coming up next. That'll be a 3 o'clock gate drop at 3:30, the 125 novice class, and then at 4 o'clock this afternoon, 250 Pro Sport racing to come, and heading down to the podium with Kevin Kelly.
Yeah, it's very rare when you have a guy that is 4 inches taller than Little D. So we got the 6'8" starting center for the plus 30 class here. How about it for the gold medal winner, Jeff Loop? I'm on a stand. I have to wrap it around your neck there. He's like the weeping willow of motocross. Jeff, great ride out there, dude. You got 3-1 moto scores. You're in this thing.
Yeah, I pulled 38 gates, picked that first moto, and came from 20th to 3rd in hopes of going 3-1-1. So 2/3 complete. Let's get it on Friday.
Yeah, you are primed and ready. You're riding in another class as well here, huh?
Yeah, I'm riding in the plus 25. I struggled quite a bit. That track was really gnarly. I don't think I've ridden anything like that since like Redbud 2010. So I'll hopefully improve in that one. But my attention is gonna go to this class here.
As well as should. 3-1 moto scores. That puts you right in the thick of this championship. Be one of the highlights of your career, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I got 2nd here in Open A in 2006. Raced for a while. Called it quits. I broke my back in 4 places. Called it quits. Me and my wife got married, had 2 kids, and I'm living the dream.
Good for you, man. A 1st place finish. Can't ask for any more than that. Who do you want to thank?
Oh man, I got to thank my wife, my kids, my mom, my dad, the Lord Christ for providing everything he does for me so that I can come out here and just enjoy the talents he's given me. I got to thank Fly Racing, X-Brand Goggles, Maxxis Tires, Backyard Designs, Hinson, GYTR, EVS, Clark Electric, and everybody who I forgot. I'll try to get you next time.
He's got the gold medal, folks. Put your hands together for Jeff Loop. Outstanding ride for Jeff. You can hang out there for a minute. Yeah, we'll grab that in just a second. We're going to bring up our 2nd place finisher, Justin Kelly, the fastest Kelly in the Kelly family. Not related to me, though. So finally, a Kelly does something good here. Justin Kelly, where are you at? I'm sure you're probably hydrating yourself. There he is. The silver medal is yours. You can tell we are not related. Way better looking guy here than any Kelly in my clan here. The tree splitting the right way for you, brother. All right, put that around your neck. Justin Kelly, how about it? Good ride. Hey, where'd you finish in the first moto?
Well, I was heartbroken a little bit. Got a decent start, got in the lead, pulled a little gap, and fell over all by myself, and ended up 5th. So 5-2 puts us right back in the hunt.
Yeah, you're definitely in there. Now, tell me about that ride. You had to make some moves late in that moto to get around Painter.
Yeah, absolutely. Painter's riding good. We always have our battle here. 2 years ago, he beat me for the overall, so we always like to battle hard, so it's always good. I finally get the better of him.
So the scores are getting better. You're trending in the right direction. First place is all you got left to do.
Yep, and I think that equals getting the whole shot.
Got to get that whole shot. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to give a big thank to my wife and my kids, DTA Apparel, Hoosier Tire, Red Graphics, Illinois Power Sports, Precision Works, EVS, my dad, and just everybody that's backing me all the time.
Congratulations. Smile for that camera. How about it for Justin Kelly on the number 97 Honda? Second place finish. Last stop is first place. That's what he wants to do. Here we go. Let's bring up our third place finisher, Nicholas Hayes. Where are you at? The bronze medal is Nicholas Hayes. There you go. Nicholas will come around this side, talk about that moto finish. Third place finish. Definitely nothing to sneeze at, man. That track is rough, right?
Yeah, the track's beat.
Are you beat or the track worse than you are? Combination?
It helps if you don't dump it in the second lap, so definitely helps out. But we got pumped up a little bit. Other than that, I just try to stay consistent. I knew Loop was up there, so it should be interesting going into the last moto.
So what are your moto scores? He's got 3 1s. We're all tied up. He's got 1-3. Loop's got a 3-1. We're all tied up. We're going to settle the score in that next moto. The key is coming off that gate.
Good start. I was able to tuck up underneath and come out second. Taylor yanked the start, Painter, and we're following in good pace, and just mistakes happen. Got excited.
Well, let's go racing. That third and final moto is going to be a great one here in the Vet Plus 30. Who do you want to thank?
Big man above, keeping us all safe, and my wife, my daughter, my parents. We got a little work to do on the bike. The guys, Doug and Jeff over at Team Green, have been helping us out a lot. Total Control, Scott, Pro Circuit, O'Neill, OGO, Commonwealth Coach, all my friends at home. I mean, I'm getting a lot of support from them, and it really means a lot. So we'll just keep going and see what we can do this third moto.
Awesome. Glad to have you up here. Third place finisher, number 18. How about it, Nicholas Hayes? Now we got to take care of the Bell Helmets whole shot, and that is going to be awarded to Michael Mitchell. If you are in the house, Michael Mitchell, come down and see us. $100 for every whole shot, all 3 motos. And Michael Mitchell was able to lock down the whole shot. Come on over here. We'll stand in front of the bike. Michael, that is yours. And tell me about your race, my friend.
It was pretty good. Got another whole shot. Got a little tight and tried to settle, but you can't really settle any class. You just got to keep pushing forward. So
no place to really just kind of chill out on this racetrack, right?
No.
Who would you like to thank, Michael?
I just got to thank the Lord above for keeping me safe. Without him, it wouldn't be possible. My wife, Pro Circuit, Team Babbitt's Online, Scott Goggles, Team Green, Doug Duchette, and them over there, and anybody else, thank you.
Awesome. He says, I got another whole shot. So this guy's doing work on the gate. The Bell Helmets whole shot goes to Michael Mitchell. We're done down here on the podium. We'll send it back up to Rodney Tomlin.